Welcome back, children. So in the last class we have done photosynthesis, which is performed by all green plants and some bacteria, and that mode of nutrition is called as autotrophic nutrition. Now, apart from carbon dioxide, plant also requires nitrogen, which is very essential because proteins require nitrogen. One of the essential constituent of protein is nitrogen. Now you know that air contains 78% of nitrogen, but this nitrogen cannot be absorbed by plants directly. Then how do plants get nitrogen? Well, for this reason, plants absorb this nitrogen from soil. In the soil, different type of nitrogen containing salts are there. For example, nitrates, different types of nitrates are there, and all these nitrates are soluble in water. So as they dissolve in water and the plants absorb water, so along with water, the nitrogen is available to the plants. Now, how does nitrogen enter the soil? Well, there is a type of bacteria called as Rhizobium. These bacteria are present in the root nodules of leguminous plants. Now, what are leguminous plants? All plants belonging to the pea family, they are called as leguminous plants. Like commonly we say all type of dals, pulses. Now the leguminous plants have roots which are nodulated in nature. Means the roots of plants have nodules, this type of structures. These are the root nodules. Now this bacteria reside inside these root nodules. Clear? These bacteria reside in these root nodules. This bacteria, Rhizobium, has the capacity to absorb nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert it into nitrates. So this is one way how nitrogen enters the soil, and then after nitrates are formed, they get dissolved in water, and when the plant absorbs this water through the root hair, along with water, all the nitrates are absorbed and the plant utilizes it for its growth. Clear, children? For the growth of plants, farmers use manure. You know what is manure? In Hindi, which you call khad. Usually, manure is made from waste product of animals, especially cow and buffalo. There is cow dung, right? Along with it, leftover of food, peels of vegetables, fruits, and dead and decomposed plants and animals. All these together makes manure. Now another substance is there which is called as fertilizer. Plants also is fed with fertilizer. Fertilizers are chemical substances which are made in factory, and these are soluble in water. So either they are mixed with water and then sprayed in the field, in the agricultural land. Now, fertilizers are nutrient specific, means they help in providing a specific type of element to the soil so that the plants can absorb that element. It can be potassium, it can be phosphorus, it can be nitrogen, anything. So these are specific, but manures do not provide any specific element to the soil. However, fertilizers give very quick result in a very short time. The growth of plants can be done very quickly with the help of fertilizer in a very short time. But on the other hand, manure takes time. It is a time-taking process. So there is one advantage of using fertilizer. The plants can be grown quickly, rapidly. But manure will take time. But there is also a disadvantage. If excess of fertilizers are used in the soil, then the soil may become totally unproductive. And in the long run, by constant use of same type of fertilizer, the land can become barren, totally unproductive. That fear is not with using manure. Rather, manure helps in increasing the fertility of the soil and sustaining the fertility of the soil. Sustaining means to continue the soil to remain productive year after year, generation after generation. So this is the main difference between manure and fertilizer. Manure can be easily made at home or in the field, in the agricultural land, but fertilizers are always made in the factory, from where it has to be transported. Clear, children? So this is the main difference between manure and fertilizer. So I told you about the advantage of using manure, the advantage of using fertilizer. I also told you about disadvantage of using manure and disadvantage of using fertilizer. Next we come to the topic heterotrophic nutrition. Now those organisms which depend on other living organisms for their food. That other living organism can be plant, it can be any other animal. They perform heterotrophic nutrition, and these organisms are called as heterotrophs. So under heterotrophs, you may say that two organisms come. All animals and all non-green plants. So all animals and all non-green plants comes under heterotrophs, and these two categories, all animals and all non-green plants, they perform heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, children? So in our next class, we'll go through detail about heterotrophic nutrition. Thank you.